An Age Contrived is a strategy game of engine building and fantasy gods. You play as a god in the pantheon of Eldrunir, ruling over a mortal world. The thing is, you're only as powerful as the mortals believe you are. Rather than being ruthless and brutal, you're trying to build up a flourishing civilization, just in a way that the mortals believe in you. The better the mortals are doing, the better that you can be doing. The main way to generate that mortal belief is by supporting the construction of monuments on the board. This is what they look like at the end of the game, but each one begins the game flat like this. Players will fill the spaces in each section of a monument with their energy tokens, and once the last space is filled, that section will be constructed and snap into place. Only the player who filled that last space will bind their energy to the monument, which is what gets you points. But everyone who participated will gain benefits to help build their engine in one way or another. So that's what we're doing, and here's how you do it. Everything you do in An Age Contrived is driven by this board, and it works like a conveyor belt that moves from left to right. There are two types of turns, and you choose either one or the other. The first type of turn is to advance your conveyor belt one slot to the right. Select either of the two inactive tiles to the side of your board and slide it in, pushing all other tiles one slot to the right. The tile that exits from the right side comes back around and is ready to cycle through again on a future turn. Any empty spaces that exist in the new tile that just entered your board can be filled with energy from your exhausted pool, however you wish. The second type of turn is to use the energy in your board to take actions. You can take as many actions as you want, but you can only use the energy in this bottom row to do so. So in this example, you could take a maximum of 4 actions. All of the actions are printed on these tokens, and to take any particular action, you exhaust an energy from immediately above it, returning it to your exhausted pool. We'll look at 3 of the game's actions, and then you'll understand how to play. We'll start with the middle of your board in this third position. The deploy action is the most important. It has 5 adjacent rectangles that correspond to the 5 tiles in your board. 2 of them are highlighted in red, which match to these 2. And lastly, there's a 1x. This allows you to choose one from among the highlighted red tiles and place any energy in its top row out onto the board. You can place that energy into any available monument section with a matching space, which, as we saw, will grant you benefits when that section is complete. Alternatively, you can always dump energy into the tile pool, kind of like a divine piggy bank. Over here in position 1 is another version of the deploy action. The only difference is which tiles are highlighted in red. Instead of deploying, this blue recharge icon allows you to flip your channel marker, which lives over here on your character board. On a turn when you advance, if this channel marker is charged, you may exhaust it to slide both of these tiles into your board, filling both of them with energy. This allows you to act more quickly and efficiently. Jumping to position 4, we'll look at the red boot with a 2x. When you take this action, you move your character 2 spaces on the board. As you move and land on bridge tokens, you will gain the engine building benefits that they provide. Those are the basics, but let's dig a little bit deeper to see how you can build a powerful engine. Replace your starting tiles with upgraded versions. More spaces in the top row means more energy you can deploy. More spaces in the bottom row means more actions you can take. Replace your action tokens such that each action you take is more powerful or flexible. For example, this deploy action lets you select 2 from among these 3 tiles. If a tile has 2 energy in its top row, you deploy both of them. Place conduit tokens into the top row of your board. On a turn when you advance, if its icons align vertically with matching icons on your tiles, each one generates a point of movement. Lastly, place your bridge tokens onto the map. This builds out the benefits that you and your opponents can gain from moving, but more importantly, it unlocks asymmetric abilities unique to your god. Players engage in friendly competition, racing to build effective engines while making tough choices of how to manage their limited energy. The game ends when all the monuments are fully constructed. That was an overview of An Age Contrived, a competitive strategy game of engine building and fantasy gods. Check out the rest of the Kickstarter page for more information, like exclusives, upgrades, and free content.